Excess. You're about to experience the latest scientific wonder brought to you by Excess Tech, the galaxy's leader in innovative high technology. But first, let me share with you the fascinating story.
In 1984, Michael Eisner would become the new CEO of the Walt Disney Company. And with him becoming the new CEO came a lot of changes to the company, especially the theme parks. Due to previous backlash from his son Brett Eisner complaining about there not being anything for the teenage or adult audience, Michael Eisner and the team of Imagineers decided to come up with new attractions like the Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular, Star Tours, and Captain EO. But there was one particular attraction that changed Tomorrowland and Disney World, and the ride was called ExtraTERRORestrial Alien Encounter. In the early 90s, Disney began working on Alien Encounter. The new attraction would reuse the same theaters previously used on Flight to the Moon and Mission to Mars, while incorporating some new elements to make this show a lot more scary. I should also note that before this was supposed to be a theater and around experience, this was originally planned to be a shooter attraction where you had to fight off the xenomorphs from the Ridley Scott film Alien. But due to backlash from the senior Imagineers, this did not come to fruition. Mainly due to the fact that Alien was an R-rated film and it didn't really fit the Disney brand. After numerous storylines, Disney came up with their story plotline for the new attraction. At least that's what they thought. In December of 1994, Disney would soft open Alien Encounter at the Walt Disney World Resort and Tomorrowland. When the attraction soft opened, there were lots of mixed reviews, but there were a lot more negative reviews than positive. Parents complained about the attraction being way too scary for Disney, while teenagers praised the attraction for its more sophisticated storytelling and the darker nature of the show. But besides the scariness of the attraction, the main complaint about Alien Encounter was the storyline pacing. The story at the time was pretty slow, nothing much really happened, and when there were important plot details, a lot of people screamed because of the horrific alien that was in the room. So Disney closed down the attraction and reworked the story to make it a lot more fast-paced and also make it a lot more scarier. On June 20th, 1995, Alien Encounter would reopen back to the public. This time with better pacing and a lot more scares. When you entered the first pre-show area, a television on the screen would play a video by Excess Tech. The spokeswoman of the company, played by Tyra Banks, would tell you about all the scientific achievements that Excess Tech has made over the years. After describing the achievements that Excess Tech has made over the years, the spokeswoman would pass the microphone on to the chairman of the company, L.C. Clench. Clench, played by Jeffrey Jones, would tell about all the motives that Excess Tech has for the humans on Earth. Clench would also go on to state that nothing in the teleportation chamber would have anything to do with making any profits from the humans. After his speech, people would be led to the second pre-show area, which would give you an example of what you would see in the main show area. In the second pre-show area, a robot named Sir, which stands for
Simulated Intelligence Robotics,
played by Tim Curry, formerly played by Phil Hartman, demonstrate how the Teleportation Series 2000 would work by using a test subject alien creature named Skippy. Throughout the demonstration, Skippy would get tortured brutally. When he was teleported to the other side of the room, he was charred up to a crisp. And after he complained about getting tortured by Sir decided to suspend Skippy in the air indefinitely. When guests entered the teleportation chamber, the Harnesses around their neck would come down, which would provide the audio and some of the effects on the attraction. When all the guests were seated, a television screen would play a live broadcast from Excess Tech showing us two technicians, Spinlock, played by Kevin Pollak, and Dr. Femus, played by Kathy Najimy. We first see the two technicians arguing with each other over the safety of the machine, but quickly stop when they find out that they're being broadcasted. Spinlock and Dr. Femus begin to talk to the audience and decide who would be the lucky volunteer to get teleported to Excess Tech. Suddenly, Chairman Clench enters the room and stops Dr. Femus and Spinlock by getting a human to go up to Excess Tech. The chairman states that he was going to go down to Earth so he can meet all the humans in Tomorrowland at the Interplanetary Convention Center. Even though the machine is not properly secured, Chairman Clench still demands to go down to Earth to meet all the humans, and so Dr. Femus and Spinlock send him down. After losing him in space, Spinlock and Dr. Femus try to search for Chairman Clench. Spinlock notices a life form on a planet and assumes it's the chairman stranded on a nearby planet. The two Excess technicians pick up the life form, unknowingly picking up the one and only ExtraTERRORestrial. The rogue alien life form bangs on the teleportation tube and screams and roars to the top of its lungs. As the ExtraTERRORestrial continues to bang on the teleportation tube, it suddenly breaks the glass on the teleportation tube, breaking it free. After Spinlock assures the guests in the theater that nothing will go wrong and that the alien would be safely secured due to the laser beams that were on the teleportation tube, suddenly the power in the room goes out, plunging the whole entire room into darkness while the alien runs loose around the theater. After the alien terrorizes the guests in the theater, a technician comes in the room up in the rafters above. This catches the attention of the alien, which makes it fly up into the rafters to consume its first meal.
What in the world?
XS? Did you hear that?
Never mind. Just find the switch.
Roger.
Good job. We got the signal from your night vision camera.
Now, show us the people down in the chamber.
Is something wrong?
Well, we just need to make sure that they're all right.
No problem. Folks, there's nothing to be afraid of. I'll have this puppy up and running in a flash. Now, where's that hatchway?
Right behind you.
Roger. I've got it. Whoa! What in the universe could have done this? Connect this half to...
Maintenance 1, come in. Can you see the problem?
I can see the problem.
Boy.
The alien decapitates the technician up above, and to make it seem like you were getting splattered in the technician's blood, warm and sticky water from the ceiling up above would spray onto the audience to simulate the technician's blood. After more scares and screaming, Excess Tech is able to get the power back on in the building. To make sure the ExtraTERROrestrial didn't eat anyone else in the theater, Dr. Femus screamed into her microphone, attracting the alien back into the teleportation tube.
Screaming now. Boost the
After the alien explodes and after the tube shield close, the ride is now over and you're now free to explore the rest of the park traumatized. Overall, Extraterrestrial Alien Encounter was a interesting attraction to say the least, but it was also a great one too. And it does kind of suck that the ride had to be taken over by Stitch, which later also closed down and the building is now abandoned. But it's nice that we have footage of the attraction and lots of information on it. And it's also pretty cool that we have Alien Encounter merch. Now, it's pretty obvious why Disney didn't want to keep Alien Encounter open in their theme parks, but at the same time, it's also a bummer that they didn't, considering that this was an attraction that didn't really fit the Disney branding, but at the same time, that's what made it worth going to. Which is why I decided to record this video for Alien Encounter's 30th anniversary. Even though we might not see anything Alien Encounter related in Disney parks ever again, it's nice that at least it had a 10-year run in the parks and it's made its impact on a bunch of traumatized children. But maybe, just maybe, if we tell Disney about how much we love Alien Encounter for its uniqueness in the Disney parks and Disney history, then maybe they can bring it back for the Alien Encounter fans. Which is why I started the ExtraTERROrestrial 30 hashtag. And if you use it, then maybe Disney might listen to the fans and bring it back. Thanks for watching the video, make sure to subscribe, and remember to seize the future.